We're back from the intermission, and this me puncturing is our way to just jump back into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Overinspected podcast. You'll see that we're in a different place because we have a special guest today, Heidi.
Hi.
It's Heidi.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Guest star.
The
second guest star, right?
The second guest star,
It's our
first
second
guest
guest star.
of season 2.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, Heidi.
Thank you
Glad
for
to have
having
you
me.
here. Let's just like get started and everything. Why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers at home who might not know who you are?
Well, okay, my name's Heidi. I cube, obviously, because we
Wow,
all do,
excellent.
right?
Wow,
My main
okay.
event is probably 3x3,
Okay.
obviously. I don't know what else to say. I guess.
Well, you also had the record for like the fastest newcomer at some point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
Now
I think
it's not even close. I
Not
think.
even
because all the
Yeah.
new Chinese cubers.
Yeah.
But I think that's good to put out there so that the viewers know that like this is a legit cuber. It's not someone who
I'm
just
a
started.
legit cuber.
Wait, she's like ultra legit.
Yeah,
Like,
ultra legit.
She's like the most legit out of any of us.
Okay.
Well,
I
at least
wouldn't
in
say
ter-
that, but
At least in
okay.
terms of the cubing sphere.
Wait, I have a question. So
Yes.
when did you actually start cubing though?
Okay. I think a lot of people get this confused. I started cubing in 2015. In July of 2015.
Okay.
I started competing
Okay.
in
That's
2018.
that's the same as me.
Yeah.
I started
Really?
in 2015 too. Yeah.
Your ID is 2015?
No, my ID is
like-
2016.
Oh, your ID is
But-
2016.
But she said 2015.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
But I started competing in 2018.
So
Okay.
there were like 3 years in the middle
Yeah,
where you were doing it at
exactly.
home, you're getting
Yeah.
faster, but
I
like
never
you,
went to a comp.
right, yeah.
Right, yeah. What got you into like speed cubing? Like, how did you figure out about speed cubing?
Okay, so I used to go to this summer camp every summer, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was a camp counselor there, and his name was Tails. That was like
Tails?
Yeah, his
Tails?
nickname.
It's like a nickname.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
he
gonna
had-
say-
Okay.
He had a rat tail for his like hair, right? So
Yeah.
his nickname was Tails.
Right.
Okay.
And he knew how to solve a cube. And I was like bored that summer, so I was like, I'll learn how to solve a cube too. And that's like basically it.
Really?
It's not like
Yeah.
that interesting of a story, I think.
Was he a speed cuber?
No, he was just like a casual solver.
Okay, interesting.
Dang.
Because I was gonna like ask, you know, if you're faster than Tails now, but like now it's definitely.
Well,
because-
yeah,
Yeah.
well, almost certainly,
Like
right?
the next summer I went back, I was like already faster than him. Like he was just like, I just wanted to know how to solve it.
Right.
He didn't care about the speed, I think.
Right.
Do you remember how you learned? Like which tutorial?
I can like no joke show you which tutorial.
Legit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
what?
if we pull up YouTube right now, I'll point out which one it was.
Oh,
Really?
do you know like what tutorial do you watch?
I don't know how to pronounce the name, but
You don't know
Bad,
that? That's a
Bad
hint.
Mephisto.
Bad
No,
Mephisto.
I think that's,
no,
that's easy to pronounce.
It's not him.
Yeah.
And so it can't be Dan Brown either.
It can't be.
It's,
It's not Japer. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, it's pre-J-Perm era.
True.
So like keeping resources were kind of hard a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, there are a lot of videos where it's like I can recognize the video thumbnail, but I don't remember who uploaded it. I
Yeah,
don't remember the
exactly.
title.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. I feel like
I
to a
think
lot of
Yeah.
this was like one of the first videos when you used to like search up how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Honestly, I don't really think there's like a standout how to solve a Rubik's Cube tutorial until like J-Perm got his out.
Yeah.
Like until
Well-
then, I think there was not a general consensus of what people were watching.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right because like I'm thinking of the first one that I watched was the Dan Brown one,
A lot of people.
but then there was also the Bad Mephisto one, which was like definitely a better method.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think I started recommending the Bad Mephisto one, but then the J-Perm one just beats all of them by a mile.
Yes.
So I don't know. I feel like there have been a couple like in and out, and then there's also the cubicle one, right?
the cubicle
that's
one.
right,
And there's
yeah.
also a wired one, which if you argue, like that one is the most prolific one because most people have seen that one, right?
That's true. Yeah, the wired one is definitely like more popular.
I think J-Perm has more views still though.
Oh, really? Well, good.
Yeah.
I think J-Perm across the board. I don't know exactly how it happened, but he definitely broke into like main. He's
Yeah, mainstream.
probably
Yeah.
mainstream for most
Mm.
people. Like if you think of Rubik's Cube, you ask people like I've probably seen that channel before.
Yeah.
I think with J-Perm, he has a skill of like making it a short video
Mm.
because a lot of tutorials will go on for like half an hour.
That's true.
And it's like sometimes his videos go like a little too fast, but I think, you know, for the
Well,
YouTube algorithm, like you
Oh,
want
yeah.
it to be short.
what's
Yeah,
the
that's a good
meme?
point.
Step one. It's like that's the very
Oh,
first
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Step one.
Like,
Solve
you
the
just
cross.
get started.
Oh, right. It's like
He
it
has
just
no
jumps into
intro,
it.
yeah.
But I mean, people love that. Like, I
Yeah.
know, like,
And the thing is, it makes
Yeah.
sense because you're not supposed to remember everything the first time through. You're gonna go back and see it anyway. So you might as well make it short so that everyone sees like these are the steps, and then you can go back to the ones that like confuse you or whatever.
right.
It also helps that his production was quite good.
I know, yeah, good lighting and all that.
So we were kind of going to go into a little bit, but we can maybe talk a little bit more about your first competition. But as maybe I wouldn't say it's a spoiler, but your first competition, you had the fastest new competitor average,
Yeah.
which was way under sub 10. So I'm actually curious, how long did it take you to get sub 10? Because that's a huge general barrier for
That's a
most
good question.
cubers. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember like every little thing, but for me, I think at the time at least, it was still considered pretty fast how fast I got sub 10. It maybe took like a year and
That's
a little
insane.
bit longer.
You
or
took a year?
1 year to 2 years, a little longer.
Wait, so
Or-
is that from like learning to solve? Like
Yeah, exactly.
What?
what?
Yeah.
What?
It was
What?
right, like in this, like nowadays. I don't think some Chinese cubers are like sub 7 in a year.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's
This is back in the heyday, guys.
yeah, it was back in the heyday.
Oh.
It was like considered still fast to get sub, but I think that was my hardest barrier.
Sub
Which
10.
is
10.
yeah.
Were you like were you hyper aware that sub 10 was a general cubing barrier at the time? Because you were a little bit out of the community at the time.
Okay, for me, I really like cubing YouTubers. Like
Okay.
I watch them.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Like I'd watch a lot of them, so I knew that it was a barrier. But for me personally, that was the hardest barrier for me.
And then everything else just kind of came.
It kind of flowed.
Really?
I don't want to
Interesting.
say came, but like yeah,
Did you have to
it's weird
learn
to say.
any advanced ALK sets, or was it just like pure CFOP?
For sub 10,
Yeah, for sub 10.
I knew CLO, but I don't know if
You did?
Really, yeah, I did.
You learned all of COLO?
Yeah, which is kind of it's kind of
It's-
dumb.
I feel like
Well,
that's
like,
like
it's
a
kind of
standard.
useful.
Year.
Not
That's
the
impressive.
soon or the anti-soon, so
Yes.
I still don't know how
Oh.
to recognize them.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay, wait.
yeah.
I want to tell a quick story.
Yes.
In my best in my PR average, which was like 12-12, I think there was some solves that were just kind of terrible. And in one of them, I did a soon COL, and you were my judge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was so,
soon.
it was so
So
stupid.
did it go to a U-perm? Because like,
I don't remember if it went to a
okay,
U-perm.
because if it skipped, then like that's how you know
It didn't skip.
No, I
But
did a ZB.
Unintentionally.
No, but I did the soon COL, and it was a terrible solve. And then Heidi was just like, "Did you really do a soon COL?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
could see
sorry."
it, yeah.
She
No, I
was
think
so
I noticed
disappointed.
because I know if you don't do like the regular soon or the anti-soon, right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
So
wasn't
that's like
silly.
the only
It's like
thing I noticed.
if it takes more than 0.5 seconds, then like something has gone wrong.
Yeah, I remember you were so disappointed, so I'd like to apologize for that.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay, so in your timeline for sub 10, in that year, you managed to learn COLO? Well,
Maybe it
all the
was a little
sets?
longer, but I was definitely like,
But you were on the way to
Yeah.
like learning full.
I definitely learned it. I was sub 10 and I knew it already. I think.
That's really fast.
Were you using
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna lie.
COL like in your solves?
Not really. I think I.
Yeah, because I
learned
feel
it-
like it doesn't really show up that often.
Yeah.
If you don't do edge control.
Exactly. I think I learned it mainly for OH maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of
Because
sense.
I just use CFOP.
Sure.
Right.
Would you
right,
say that
right.
OH is one of your main events also?
It's okay, you can say no.
No, it's because I want to say yes, but I have to say no because I'm just not good at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
fair enough. That-
yeah.
I mean, that's me. I feel like, does it hurt your hands at all?
Yeah, for me definitely.
Well, I mean, for most people,
Yeah,
you have to be
I
like
know.
Antonio for it to not hurt your hands.
Oh, he's got like spider hands.
Spider hands.
Dude,
Yeah, it's too good.
I don't know if that's an insult or.
No,
I mean,
it's a
it's a
compliment.
compliment.
It's a
Yeah.
compliment.
I feel like you can take it either way.
Well, I mean, like he's one of the
Consider his
world's
speed.
best OH
Exactly.
solvers.
That is,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
that is
like,
true. Yeah, so it works for him.
he's got
Yeah.
a biological like.
Advantage.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but anyway,
We gotta ban him.
Well, I know people talk about like if you need a long pinky to be good at like Ru OH. 'cause,
Oh,
like-
really?
Or maybe not Ru, but like I do think if you have like a really short pinky, it's
BRB, I'm getting pinky extension.
I feel like unironically, if you have larger hands, shouldn't it up to a certain point? Isn't there probably an optimal hand size for cubing?
Almost certainly.
Like you
Yeah.
can have like small hands in cubing and probably peak genetically.
Dude, I was watching Yihang's like solve, and dude, he's so tiny. His hands are so small. I don't understand how he turns the cube so fast. Because
Yeah.
it's because the regular
It's
size
crazy.
cube, right?
Yeah.
so when he like grows it, like his hands grow a little bit and fit the cube better, he could get even faster.
Which
like,
is
theoretically.
insane.
I mean, I guess since you mentioned it, quick little disclaimer: we did upload the Yihang 475 fail, but we wanted to formally congratulate
Oh yeah.
Yihang Wang.
Oh yeah, for the,
4.6.
4.69.
yeah,
4.69
4.69 world
Is
record
that
average.
the same single as
As Patrick Ponce. Yeah, from 2017.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, it's a nice number showing up again. Like,
Oh, it was 469.
Nice.
oh, like 4. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's nice, but,
But-
dang, was Patrick like already an adult at that point? He was close to an adult.
He was
I think it was
Pretty
like
close, yeah.
I think he already made the switch to color neutral because it was pretty
Probably,
widely known
yeah,
it was
yeah,
green.
I think it was a yellow cross. for
Oh,
his-
he wasn't
For
green blue.
469. No, for 469.
No,
it was
for
a-
469. Yeah. But I think he switched to color neutral at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
one of those things. Anyways, congratulations to Yihang.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
Yeah, COLO, that's pretty impressive. Did you? I don't remember your average exactly, but do you remember your first 3x3 average? What you got?
Not really. To be honest, I think it was still like not the best for me at the time.
Oh my
which
goodness.
Is, like,
Really?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
crazy.
Like I was averaging lower than that, but it's first comp, so like.
Right, yeah.
I feel like it was
You
a
can't expect
7.
so much. It was
When-
not a 7 average.
It was an 8.
It was an 8 average.
It was an 8 average.
Wait.
I'm still chasing
Or a
8.
9. I forget. It was
No,
one
no,
of
no,
those.
no.
Nine
It was definitely an
probably
8, but
It was
Yeah.
probably an 8.
yeah,
It was
I think
probably
like
8.
there are very few people who like can get their global on the very first
Yeah,
like
exactly.
comp
Yeah, it
result
makes a lot of sense.
because like the setting is so different.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I got a 6 in that comp or not.
I'm pretty sure you
think
did
that was- Okay, then that might be.
Yeah.
That was probably why I was more excited, I guess. I got
for
a
the
s-
single
Yeah, I
and the
was
average.
excited for the single, but now I'm totally different. I'm more excited for the average nowadays. than the
Right,
single.
yeah.
Right,
the average
yeah.
is just so much more impressive.
It's
just,
so much more impressive,
just
I think.
in general. I think the fact that Yihang got the average,
Yeah.
he got a 3.9 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you saw a 4 point, you saw a 4 point something, a 4.4, 4.2,
3.9.
3.9.
3.9, man.
So someone calculated the best possible average was 4.22
That's
going
crazy.
into the last solve.
And that was Felix.
Wow.
That was
I think
Felix's.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Like he had so many different ways, and like if he got the best solve on the drama world record, he would have tied 4.86. Like Yihang just had so many.
Oh,
things.
really? Wow.
Yeah, he would have gotten so many things.
There's a
going.
lot of accolades, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Like I think average is just so impressive
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you get to really see the skill set.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
totally.
Yeah.
But
But
you
I guess
get nervous in comp, like
I get really nervous.
really nervous.
I get really nervous, but like I don't feel it. But right when I like start to solve, you get to. You get that
Yeah, it's like
feeling.
right at that point,
Yeah.
right?
knowing like this stuff matters now.
Yeah, like you're waiting there, you're like, okay, I'm minding my own business, you know, I'm fine,
Yeah.
I'm okay. And then you get there and like, oh shoot, no, what do I do? You know, I forget how to turn like completely.
Right, yes.
That's the
This
major
happens to
thing
me.
right now.
It happens to
Yeah.
me.
Do you think part of that comes from like because you know other people are like watching and they know you're fast, so maybe you feel expectation from that?
I think it's more expectations for myself.
Oh, for
Mm.
yourself,
Because like
yeah.
my average, if I do practice, it's not close to what it is. Like it's better. So like you expect more, and when you expect more, you kind of, in a way, subconsciously maybe you get more nervous.
Yeah.
I feel like as much as I've kind of conquered my competition nerves, we're definitely in like completely different situations because when I was at my peak, I would still make finals. But here's what I'm thinking. Do you ever anticipate to get do you ever feel like you can get a PB in your final round or PR?
I mean, I got the 699 in the finals.
You got finals? Did
Yeah.
you see it coming?
No, that was completely out of the blue. That one was like, if you asked me who would be the first female to get sub 7, I wouldn't say myself
Yeah.
back then. So
699 is like the perfect average to have
Yeah.
because like
True.
and
Yeah.
any slower wouldn't have been sub 7.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like in those final rounds,
Like more
I
nerves.
never anticipate getting a PR.
Yeah.
But then when I make finals, I'm like out of top 16, I'm probably like 15. So like for me, I feel like there's a lot of ways where like I'm more nervous in the semis than the actual finals.
Because once you get to finals, it's like
Like
you-
I mean, I'm
Like
not
you
gonna
know
make
you're
it.
gonna do
Yeah.
poorly.
And then
You're not-
you know,
you're not poorly.
I've gotten some of my best solves in final rounds, but I'm sure I feel like I don't know. Do you feel like if you carry your solves at home that you could win a comp at any time? Do you think that could? You've won a comp before, I
Yeah.
think, but do you
Oh.
feel like you could take those solves and maybe compete against some of the other like names? And does that carry
Okay.
your expectation?
It definitely carries your expectations, but even at my best solving, I don't think I could beat people like that.
Oh yeah.
Obviously,
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Like even at my best solving, I'm probably like, we'll still get second with them.
Yeah, you can be forgiven for
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about
Thank
Bay
you.
Area comps. Like, is Bay Area comps whenever Max shows up is a competition for second place.
Yeah.
that's true.
Like
that's true.
at the end
Like,
of
it's
the
just
day,
a fact.
it's just a
It's
fact.
just a
Yeah.
fact.
Like
He's
nothing's
just
gonna
that
happen.
good. Like,
Yeah.
he's great.
And for like Polish comps or any comps that Timon goes to.
Oh, everyone. I'm not even.
I mean, yeah.
And now Yihang, right? So like, is this a different class?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but if you go to a competition like in Nevada or something where like Max isn't going, you can probably like you have a good shot for first place.
Yeah.
Rack up the podium. Rack up the gold.
the golds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask a little bit about the female world record and stuff. Like, so I haven't really been following that much. Is the female world record like super competitive right now? Like, who are the other names for that?
Juliet is definitely like
Okay, yeah.
obviously, and I think there's 2 other like Chinese female keepers
Okay.
on the scene right now.
Is it
I don't really know how
Ife?
to pronounce her name.
Liu Ife?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I just see. I look through them, and those are like 2 of them online right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, oh sorry.
There's another girl from Poland. I don't know how to pronounce her name either.
Oh, is it like Magdalena?
Yes. I think she's
Yeah,
really
and she's good.
underrated.
And she's good at Megaminx. I know that. Yeah.
Ah,
She's very
okay,
underrated.
And then there's another Cuber in the Netherlands, but I don't think she's a 3x3 main. Her name is Celine,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
right?
Oh, she's good at 6x6.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Celine
Yeah.
Tran.
Celine
Yeah,
Tran,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't.
I have.
I don't think
Yeah.
she like 3x3 is her main event.
I think Kate Graham is also really underrated. right
Kate Graham,
Yeah.
right? Kate Graham's good at big cubes.
now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kate Graham's
Okay.
good at big cubes.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think about like the past competition because I think in the past, the competition for like the female audience was mostly like actually centered here in Berkeley and
Yeah.
in the Far East Coast,
Yes.
pretty much,
Yeah.
right? Like with the Sophie Chans, the Avocados,
mhm.
Great. Yeah.
Tiffany,
Tiffany.
Hall.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Katie.
Katie.
Hole, yeah. Oh, Katie Hole's still like competing all the time.
Great at
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she competes all the
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Good at
she's
four.
like actually she's a current.
Yeah.
I just realized she's probably one of the people we should mention.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
FWR for 4. She's crazy
Yeah.
at 4.
She's really fast.
Yeah.
It's pretty, and she's nice too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting. Okay, and then I also want to ask, like, what is your opinion on like the FW? Because I know some people think that people shouldn't really talk about the female world record because there isn't as big of a like male-female difference in cubing as there is in other sports, and so I'm kind of curious what you think about it. Because I think, from my perspective, having the female world record, like people talking about it, is a way to get more women into cubing, which I think is like pretty awesome. But I'm kind of curious on what your thoughts on that are.
That's the way I see it also.
Okay, for sure.
Like, obviously, I think we all agree that there's not really, a physical thing that's stopping us, right? It's just, the more you talk about it, the more females want to compete and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it too. Like, you give it the light, right?
Yeah.
And then more people, it might might motivate younger female keepers
Mhm.
to really keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and really, it doesn't have to be. Even now, it's not like quote unquote official, right?
Yeah. It's
Right,
not official,
yeah.
It doesn't show up on like the WCA live.
Right, yeah.
But
And
it's
it's not like a stat that's like ever gonna get recorded
Yeah.
like somewhere forever. You'd have to like go and like manually find it.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
like a cool title to, I guess, hold
Yeah.
and like see or even like reach for it.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think when you were like cubing at home and you were like getting close to sub 10, in your head you're like, if I get a female world record, that'll be like a big achievement?
I don't think that's the way I saw it.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I always thought it should just like
Do the best you can.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can. If that happens, that's
Yeah.
awesome, but it's not
Yeah.
the main goal.
I found that like the female world record is, I mean, there's a lot of titles in chess, but it's similar to how they assign
Right.
woman's grandmaster.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where I really don't think it's a necessary title, right? I think we're all in agreement there, but
Yeah.
it is one of those things where we need to sort of build the infrastructure to kind of get people interested. Were you surprised or shocked, or did it meet your expectations about when you started the demographic? Like fully, like I would argue it was probably like 90% to 10 male.
Yeah,
female.
probably.
yeah. I don't think it shocked me. Just because as a kid, I guess I did like my hobbies were more like what do you say, like they were more targeted towards boys.
Sure,
I guess
yeah.
you could say.
Sure.
So it was like okay, and I fit in with everyone. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't feel like out of place with anyone. I talk
That's
to.
good. That's good.
So I don't really feel like that heavy weight in the demographics being so.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like right now, like we're trying to highlight all those things just to get some more exposure because I think, honestly, I think cubing's for everyone. And we're starting to see it. Like honestly, if you're tracking the competition down, we're recording this podcast right now. There's quite a few girls in attendance right now.
Yeah.
It's not like it was before. Or
Yeah.
like it was like crazy to actually
Like first comp, it was like maybe me and someone else maybe.
probably.
Yeah.
But now you see like a lot more.
Yeah, and they're all like younger too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means it's going to carry over
Yeah.
into next gen.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can continue to build on that. And then once we get to like parity or close to parity where it gets 50-50, then the female world record will just be the normal world record that we don't need to
Yeah.
differentiate them anymore. But I think up
Yeah.
until that point, I think it's good. Yeah, just a good thing to talk about.
I know that for Megaminx, you know, the female world record
Right,
was
was the world
with
record.
Yuda Hyun.
Yeah, Yuda Hyun.
Yeah,
then
so
you'll have a male world.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Like at that
Right.
time, the male world record would have been like a couple seconds slower,
Yeah.
which is actually kind
Right.
of cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's very cool. So
If you were to solve a single and you've got a PLL skip, do you have sub 4s at home?
I have a couple.
You have a
Maybe I have
couple?
like 10.
That's more than a couple.
Okay.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like when I was really practicing, I can maybe get one in like a few weeks. But
Every few weeks.
I don't just drop them out like Max or Yang or Timon, you know? Like I don't just
Yeah.
drop them every 5 seconds.
That's kind of like me with 6s. Actually, I got a 6-20-40 the other day. I got sub Mitch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got sub
Nice.
Mitch.
Well
It was a
done.
full
Sub
full step too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
so,
a
so if it was a skip, it could have been like 5 something.
Yeah, dude, my
Yeah.
PB is still 6:15.
Really?
You'll get it.
Yeah, I
Oh, like in competition.
no, just ever PB.
Oh, okay.
Like-
I mean, mine's 6:22, but I always thought I was like significantly slower than you.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Like, I talk to people who are like
You need a 5.
averaging way like more seconds than me. I don't want to say slower, but who are averaging slower than me, and they all have 5s, and I'm just like, why?
Don't worry, buddy. I still don't have a 5.
Yeah.
I don't even
You
have a
don't
7.
Oh god.
So-
Okay, there we go. Well, you use easy.
That,
Oh.
You also switch methods.
that is a good point.
Switching methods doesn't constitute anything good.
Well, Manu, you're
That
the
is
fastest
accurate.
In terms of
ZZ solver
practice.
at this table.
That's true.
Let's go.
Yeah.
One accolade. I'll take it. Not too bad.
Yeah. What was your? Do you remember like maybe approximately what was your fastest full step?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Maybe it was a 4, low
It was
4.
probably a low 4.
Probably
Yeah.
low 4.
I don't know. I don't think I got a 3 with the full step.
Yeah.
Probably a skip.
You don't have a 4 in comp.
I don't. My single was so bad.
You
What-
should. Yeah.
what
just
is
like-
your single?
Yeah.
I get clowned for it.
You get clown.
You get clowned for
But
it. That's
I mean,
kind of mean.
My single is so bad.
I mean, it's just a matter of time because it's like
Yeah, it's a single, right? Like,
yeah, like
it'll show
singles
up.
can sort of
It could show up
break whenever
today.
they want.
It
Yeah.
could, but I'm like really bad at getting singles. That's the thing.
I
That's
see.
why I can't really get 3s or 4s.
Right.
I got 2 4s earlier when I was practicing.
It's sort of
Really?
luck of the
Yeah.
draw.
You know what?
Exactly.
This would be so ironic if favorite 3 next round. You
I get a 4.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be
Wait,
so
that'd be
funny.
awesome.
I know, yeah. Like
I'd love to edit
the,
that in.
the crowd would
Yeah.
go crazy because, like, I think 4 is still. I mean,
Yeah,
unless
yeah,
the max is
fours.
there.
Yeah, fours get claps. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any other like tricks or tips that you've learned throughout your journey in 3x3?
I think it's
Other than maybe like COLL?
developing your style. Like,
speak to that. What does that mean?
Yeah,
For
I don't
me,
even know what
it's
that
like-
means. Yeah.
For me, I guess, like everybody has a different way to solve F2L and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
For
Yeah.
me, like maybe if I see a case and it's like not so much easier than the other, I will definitely do that case. But if it's more finger trick friendly and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
I don't know
Interesting.
how to explain it. But, like I think some other thing that I learned from Timon is that like I was watching a few of his solves, and like you see how he does like just the preserving everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that more.
The middle layers
Yeah,
and
in
like
some cases it works really well, I think, because it's like doing 2 outs basically, and you can technically look ahead to the next step
Because it's already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see. Interesting.
Yeah. So do you spend a lot of time watching other fast solvers solves to pick up those sort of techniques from them?
I think, especially when I was like younger, yes. Like I
Right.
remember I would like replay Colin Burns walkthrough solves and stuff like
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Oh,
that makes a lot of sense.
I have something to say to that. I feel like as you get faster, you start to pick up all these tricks
Yeah.
that like, and naturally you come to the same conclusion as these people that you're watching these games solve with. So I feel like sometimes, depending on the solver, they could be like seconds faster than me, but I don't learn anything. And it's just one of those things where I think if I watched Colin Burns now, like I wouldn't be able to see anything like that. But Timon is one of those people that like there's always something to learn.
Yeah, I
but
mean-
it's too big brain for me.
But I can't do some of Timon stuff. Like
Yeah.
his D layers and I can't.
The
No,
pseudo
yeah.
slot.
I mean, I feel like it's just like like if you do enough solves, eventually you'll get to a point where like your brain is probably subconsciously making those same decisions. I feel.
Yeah.
And then at some point, it's like if you see someone else do it, it's like, oh, like I would do this also, but I wouldn't like, but like you wouldn't like explicitly know that you're doing that. You know. Sometimes like it just takes forever. The brain is really really good at coming up with patterns and things subconsciously.
Yeah.
So sometimes it just ends up like that, which is why we say, folks, you have to do a lot of practice in order to get good.
Oh. Other than practice, do you think you have any tips for people that are listening or watching?
Yeah.
Or trying to be like you, pretty much?
Trying to be like me?
Yeah,
Don't try to be like me. That's
Oh.
the
Wait,
tip.
what?
I mean, if
Don't
they're,
try to be like me.
Why?
if they're already just speed cubing, it's too late. Like they
Well,
already want to.
no.
It's better than trying to be like me, okay? So
Yeah.
like, let's clarify this.
No,
right
I'll
now.
take your mega skills.
Oh god, I don't even average. I don't.
The
average my average.
former mega skills.
Mega skills.
Yeah, it's deleted now.
It's deleted.
Yeah, it's deleted.
You can just recover it from the trash bin, you know?
But it's been over 30 days.
Oh no!
Wait, is this all an
Auto-delete.
analogy? Like this is all a metaphor for real life.
Oh, you lucky. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like we're not talking about like actually deleting files. We're talking about like
Deleting it from his mind.
yeah, from his mind. And it's like 30 days. Like
Yeah,
that's the only-
it's
that's
gone.
the
It's
only
gone.
thing on the
Yeah.
computer.
Like, it's gone forever.
I just made a super dumb joke.
Yeah, I know.
lmao.
It was
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I thought it
I'm
was
on
fine.
this phase where I say lmao a lot.
I think lmao is like out of all the like LOL clones from the like 2000s, lmao survived.
Is it lmao or lmao?
It's lmao.
I say
It-
lmao.
It definitely cannot be lmao. Right? There's
Yeah.
no way.
You can tell us in the comments, guys.
Roast us, please. Don't roast us. It'll make me sad.
Don't roast
Actually, it will make me happy that you comment because then we get more engagement.
Yeah, just comment lmao because it's like that could be in response.
Wait,
to
that's
anything.
perfect. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
get this far,
comment lmao.
Well, I have a question. So one of my weak points in my solve is last layer. Beyond like recognizing like certain colors and stuff like that, do you have like an issue with pausing between OLL and PLL, or have you like gotten better at doing that? Because I'm just having these like long pauses where my last layer is probably like 3 to 4 seconds. Like I'll finish F12 at 5 and end with a 9.5.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's one of my weaknesses too. Like I have pretty bad last layer.
Well, I am so screwed then. Okay.
But the
Yeah.
thing is,
Yeah.
like, you do have to recognize those patterns. Like, even not like right when you put in the pair, while you're putting in the pair. If that makes sense.
While you're putting,
Oh,
you're
interesting.
talking about
Like a
from
look ahead kind of?
F12.4
Yeah,
to
exactly.
like
Like
F12.4 to
predicting-
OLL.
Yeah, like predicting your OLL.
Do you learn multiple algs of the same OLL, or do you know some?
I just know them because I'm like, sometimes I'm a cubing nerd and I find like
Oh.
different algs cool.
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
just,
that's
like-
very reasonable.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like learn them for fun.
Do you use zoomer algs?
No,
The S slices.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even use it for the really good ones.
They don't even call
Oh,
them zoomer
yeah.
algs anymore. They call them sus algs.
Oh, because
Oh,
that's
that's-
US.
Yeah, I guess I'm not
This is
following
what
with
I
that.
said.
I'm not
Yeah.
following with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally
I-
called
I think those
sus.
are like very hit or miss because like if you like
I mean, they're pretty
mess up on
sus.
Yeah, I guess you could
calm
call
Yeah,
them
down.
exactly.
sus.
I don't think I could do it in comp, so I don't want to.
That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, super.
You don't want to build that habit. and
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
like,
RU is just reliable. Like
Yeah,
2-3 gen, just go with it. You know.
How
Yeah.
how much do you think you need to like practice an alg or like a set or something before you're confident to use it in a comp? Or is it like more like a feel thing for you?
I feel like it's kind of like a feel thing. I
Yeah.
could definitely learn algs really fast if I wanted to,
Mhm.
but sometimes it's just too much, so I don't. But if I really sat down, I could probably learn like a subset of ZBLL, just one case or something, which is like 12 algs,
Okay.
in like probably like a few days. Like it doesn't take me that long.
mhm.
Because for me, I can notice the patterns of inserting the F2L and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
which is like a lot of ZBLL.
Yeah.
But these days I don't have that much time, so that's why I don't like learn that much.
Mm.
And I'm also like some algs aren't the best, so I don't want
Right.
to like learn them and then have another great alg come out and be like, oh, I gotta learn that now.
I know.
Interesting. Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we need to pause for a second because this camera is dead. So
Oh.
this is a great time
we
for
could-
us to take
yeah.
a break, drink some boba or whatever, get some water for you people at home. We'll be back with Heidi Chan in a sec. All right, anyway, we're back
All right,
on
guys.
Overinspected. Heidi is
What's
still
up?
here. We're still talking to her. Yeah, sorry, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, you wanted to say something.
Well, I don't know. I was kind of mentioning off of maybe just to kind of wrap up part 1 a little bit, like we were talking about ZBLLs, how personally for me, learning those ZBs makes the recognition even slower than I had been previously with OLL, PLL. So I kind of gave up on the idea of ZBLL for sure. I just don't think I could ever hit that recognition level. I mean, like I'm getting...
See, the only reason I care is because with ZZ, I always get, like, I always get crossed. So
That's true. That's true.
Like,
But,
whereas if you're not guaranteed
yeah.
to get crossed, then it feels like a lot of work.
honestly, edge control or partial edge control does seem like something that
Partial edge control is so easy, just sledge.
yeah, exactly. That's all you have to do. Like,
Yeah, that's all you
slide
have
your
to do.
insert. There's very rare F2L cases where you actually
should not worry about that. Most of the time, you can sledge or use the correct F2L og to get some edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and then, but yeah, edge control is really important actually. So even cubers who are not ZZ should worry about it for sure. But anyways, to kind of pivot to the second half or the last leg of this interview, I did want to ask you a little bit. Is there anything about yourself outside of cubing that you'd like to tell us? Is there a fun fact about Heidi?
Something
Because-
that no one knows
Really?
about Heidi. That
Yeah.
No one knows about Heidi.
Well, I mean, not no
But
one.
not
knows.
no one, but
Not
like,
no
you
one
know.
knows. But there's,
I
like,
mean-
what else interests you, right?
Like you're talking about how like growing up, a lot of your hobbies were like targeted more towards boys.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't want you to uncover a deep secret you don't want to, but
Yeah.
if you wanted to, now is the chance.
I mean, I like sports, obviously.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite sport?
What do you like to play?
I play golf.
Oh, we
You guys
got two
play?
golfers. Two
Hey,
golfers.
it's Maddie.
Maddie.
Maldonado.
I was gonna say
Maddie?
Maddie also plays golf,
Yeah, I know that.
and he posts a lot to
yeah.
Instagram.
We should play.
With
like,
the Cubing
actually,
Jedi.
Wait, are you good?
I'm not that good.
But what,
That's-
like,
that's okay. I
like,
scored
are you
100.
like a bogey golfer?
Okay, yeah, like kind of
I'm
like
double
that.
Okay,
We're-
you-
Yeah,
You're not
okay.
double bogey.
We should
I'm
play.
triple
No,
bogey.
like actually, we
I'm
should
a
actually
double
play.
bogey. Wait, I'm so down. Wait,
Okay.
I'm so
No,
down.
yeah, we're okay.
Alright,
We're
we'll
all
play
probably
December.
around
Do
the
you
same.
also play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CubersLive on the road.
So I'm the only one here who doesn't.
Time for you to learn.
I should learn.
Actually,
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
yeah.
We should come.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
actually down to play with you guys.
Wait,
No joke.
okay, wait. We definitely have to play.
See, this is all the fun
Let's
stuff. The
go.
Cubing Jedi.
You replace the golf balls
Yeah,
with
Maddie?
mega mixes.
Come play golf with us.
It's
You're
all
gonna beat us really bad, but
Yeah.
Wait, how good is Maddie? Is he like close?
Maddie's
Maddie's really good.
Yeah, I think Maddie's probably like amateur.
Yeah, like
He
his
can.
game-
I would say
He can play with 3 clubs only.
No, he's still.
Well,
beat
I
us.
can
I'm
still
not-
smoke.
No, no,
Yeah.
he's got good form. He's got good form.
It's because he plays baseball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
So that like I think that helps. It makes the learning curve a lot.
He's a tri-sport athlete: baseball, golf, and cubing.
Oh, okay. One of those is
And he
not
also
played.
paints. He's just very
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Wait, so
Wow.
tell me about
Oh
golf.
my God.
How did you get into golf? Like,
I only started playing last year.
Really?
and you're already a bogey golfer,
Wait, really?
Yeah, sort of. Ish.
dude. You're just
No,
what the
we play
hell?
it really like our courses aren't like.
Should we
Crazy
talk about
hard.
courses in our area? Well, let me say like this. Do you play 9 holes or 18 when you go to courses?
Okay, so I play mainly because I went on our school team,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
we play for our tournaments, like the in-season tournaments. It's only 9 holes, but our all cities is 18 holes.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
okay.
we only play the 9-hole, the harder 9-hole course like twice.
The 9-hole ones are just like efficient, like especially if you're not professional playing the 9-hole
That is
courses,
true.
especially like 9-hole par 3s. Because like
Yeah.
I think most of the time people are trying to
I
like.
look, you want to say a course right now.
I want to say a course,
I
but
think
like I don't
think we might be
it's-
thinking the same.
So for
Okay, we
me,
might be, yeah.
I think
for
we might
me,
be.
I'm thinking of. Well, the one I'm thinking of is like a pretty famous one.
The one that was close to us.
No,
Okay, maybe
not
it's
that
not.
one. But I'm
It's
just
close
gonna
to
say.
me, the one
it's-
I'm thinking is close. I
Let's
haven't-
just say. So like, there's a
Yeah.
course that I'm thinking of,
Okay,
and
go.
we don't. We can, I don't know. You can tell me if you played.
We
it.
can bleep this
But
also.
there's
Yeah, we-
Golden Gate Park.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
oh,
the one
really?
I'm thinking of.
Do you
yeah.
like it?
It's really damp.
It's so
like,
damn, dude.
Yeah.
I
It's
hate it.
really
I hate
damp.
it
Yeah.
so
But
much.
Golden Gate Park is one of the cheapest courses that you
Yeah.
can
That is
find.
very true.
It's one of the cheapest courses.
Yeah, dude, they're going under renovation right now. I want to play once the
Are they
renovation is
really?
done. Yeah, I
Oh,
keep getting
interesting.
emails about it. So
Oh,
once the
really?
renovation is done, I want to play.
I didn't even know that they had a course until like I was just searching for places, and I was
It's
like,
like a hidden gem.
when they said
That's so
Golden
true.
Gate Park, I was like, ain't no way
Yeah.
it's a,
I know.
it's a Golden Gate Park.
Yeah.
Like, I've been through the whole park. I've never seen it.
But
But
dude,
I-
you can
I'm
go through
very-
that park is just massive. So
My
Yeah,
best I've
it's
scored
massive.
there is only a 41.
40. I've probably scored 40. I've not scored more than 41.
Dude,
I mean, less than 41.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm like
I think we're
40,
all
yeah.
like around the same.
Which
just
is
no
the
shot.
definitely
I'm definitely a stroke worse.
Oh, that's okay then.
there's a
I play worse all the time.
like I love practicing on par 3 courses.
Yeah.
See,
Par
okay.
3 courses. are
The
good.
thing is, like, I'm like par 3 courses. Like, I like the other par 3 course that we played on that was like longer. I much preferred that one to Golden Gate Park. I think I just hate it like very like
Was it Fleming?
tight.
Are you talking about?
Yes,
Ah,
I hate that.
Oh yeah,
that's
dude,
the one
I
we
forgot
play
about that
2
one.
times for our.
Is that the harder course you were talking about?
No, the harder for it's not. Fleming isn't harder per se.
I think it's harder.
it's definitely harder. Than
I don't know.
Golden
I think it's easier. I just don't like
Oh, really?
I think all the trees everywhere at GGP make it like that. Like gets to me.
I'm
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie. Yeah, it does because it's straight and narrow. But I'm not gonna lie. Because you've played at Fleming, we played at
Yes,
Fleming.
we played it. Yeah.
So Carrie, there's a course there. It's a PGA course, the
They're gonna
TPC
have
TPC Harding Park.
Harding Park.
LPGA, one of the events.
One of the
Really?
majors?
Yeah, I think it's in. It might be in May. Some of my friends are going there. To,
Wait, that's hype.
caddy.
It
Or not
looks
caddy, but
intimidating.
it's
Like
that-
TPC Harding Park
that
looks
course is hard.
ridiculous.
Yeah, harder than
Like
GGP.
600 yards.
That's a bucket list item for me.
Yeah, it's a
But
bucket
to play
list.
at a TPC.
TPC Harding Park looks really intimidating. It looks like it's a professional
I
course.
low-key want to
Yeah.
try to play it this year because I have something called Youth on Course, which makes it only $5 for me.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
a nice
I
deal.
know. I gotta tell you guys that.
We gotta figure it out.
No, you guys
And-
can't because you're not under 18.
Oh, you
No,
have to-
but
oh.
we can still
No, I'm
pay,
under
though.
18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. you
we
can
guys
still pay
play.
to
make it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still pay.
I'll shave. I'll cut my hair.
How long does it take to like go through the 18-hole
Oh,
course?
it's like-
Is it like hours?
it's like hours, yeah.
Hours. So it's like
It's like a
$5.
whole day thing, kind of.
I always walk my courses because
Me too.
I only
Yeah,
get,
I think it's fun to
It's
walk.
fun.
it's about four and a half hours.
Yeah.
For,
You have
so
to
you-
like wait for people too.
Yeah, so you're spending about $1 an hour. That's like such a good deal.
You're right.
I mean, for her, it's an insane deal. For us, it's like
Yeah.
gonna be like,
It's
It'll be like
expensive.
150 or something.
Yeah.
Wait, so it goes from 150 to 5.
yeah, for youth,
For
which is
youth.
Yeah,
that's
I
so
know,
insane.
yeah.
I know. I was telling Maddie to get that. I forget. I've never followed up and asked if he ever.
no,
did.
but that's so cool though. I'm actually so glad I asked that question.
Wait,
now.
dude, we should try play it this year then.
we should really try.
No,
to
like
play it.
actually,
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
play.
August or
I need to-
September. I need to get back in the groove.
Yeah, I need to
If
get.
it ever
back
stops
into it.
raining, man, that's why.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I won't. I hope you. I kind of want this to be freaked out. But
Yeah.
we're playing, or just the course. We usually play.
Beep.
We our
Yeah, you
our
can-
like home course is gold. I'm not putting it. Have you guys?
Yes, we played.
I
We
took
played.
the-
We
Really?
played
Okay, yeah,
this.
that's our home course.
I actually really like it.
Yeah,
I
I like
love
it too because
It's
we
so
just,
hilly.
we should. Yeah.
Wait,
It
so
was-
is
it was
in
fun
San
to walk.
Francisco?
Yes.
Okay.
It's-
The view is
my
really good.
favorite
It's
view.
really
Lincoln.
and it's
my
not
favorite.
that expensive too, compared to some other courses.
Dude, if my phone weren't recording, I'd show you like we took like a 6-shot like
I'll
with
see that
with the
after.
with
I'll see that
the
after.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was so cool.
But yeah, we're just gonna bleep out the actual location
Yeah.
of that. But the golf course that we're talking about, beautiful.
Oh, it's
Immaculate.
a great
Yeah.
course.
we should play there. Like,
Yeah, I'm so down. I'm
Yeah.
so down.
I love these questions because it's always so interesting to hear. Because cubers are like multifaceted people, but from the exterior, I think we always have this like not pre-reserved like notion that we're like super into what we do. But there's just so many other things. Like right now, I'm into chess.
I'm into shogi.
You're into shogi. Carrie, what would you say is your second hobby?
I mean, does YouTube count? I guess.
Yeah,
it's like a
well,
job.
I mean, that's your job.
Carrie's
Yeah.
very good at YouTube.
Oh,
Would you say
I
that
mean,
you love?
I haven't uploaded for a while, but
Would
I'll
you,
get back into it.
no, would you say that you love your job?
I think I love it because it's like so independent. Like you can like set your own
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
You can like decide I'm gonna work hard today or like I'll take a day off.
That's true.
But I guess it's not a hobby. I mean,
it can be.
yeah.
You can have a third hobby. How about that?
How about a yeah?
Yeah,
I'll add
Play
golf
with
as my third hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, like,
let's
like,
go.
like, since like it's like it sounds like most of my friends are already into it, so that's the easiest way to get
Let's
into it.
go.
You're being so humble. So Carrie's third hobby is the Overinspected podcast, the greatest speedkeeping podcast in the galaxy. Did we even say it at the beginning?
Oh, we
Oh
didn't.
wait, we didn't.
It's
I don't
okay.
think so.
It's okay. It's okay.
There we go.
That's
It's,
out.
it's in now.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite club to hit?
Oh, okay. I started out hitting only pitching wedge. So
Okay,
that's
good
always
choice.
been one of my favorite ones to use.
Good
It's
choice.
super easy.
Pitching
wedge
is
it's
a great
super easy
club.
to hit.
Great
right,
club.
Yeah.
I just got clubs, and they're not like crazy good clubs. They're like a beginner set.
I feel
Okay.
like for me, it used to be a pitching wedge, but I feel like the solid hit is the 7-iron.
See, I want my 7-iron to be like my 7-iron is on and off for me.
It's like
sometimes
I
it's
can-
good, sometimes it's terrible.
I can hit my 7-iron on turf, and I can hit it on grass. Like
That's
there
me.
are-
My 9-iron for me.
Yeah, there are clubs that you just can't translate from the driving range to the course.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like 6-iron, I can't do it. Like anything
6 is hard.
Anything more than 6, like I'll hit it in the range pretty good, but then when I hit it on the course, I'll usually like mess up the contact.
6 is hard. What are your thoughts on the 8-iron?
I like the.
I used
Wow.
I thought 8-iron was a mental barrier for me because it's an
Okay.
even number.
Wow.
For,
Okay, well, I don't
for
know about
me, when I started out, I used the school clubs, right?
Yeah.
So we only had pitching, 8, and 6.
that.
So those are the ones I mainly use.
You used all evens?
Yeah,
Oh,
all
that
even.
was opposite of me.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, like, so 6 is good for me, 7 is good for me, 9 is good, pitching wedge is good, but the 8 iron I hate. Like, I'm really considering just throwing out my 8 iron because I just cannot hit it well at all.
Dude,
Wait, do these numbers refer to like the weight of the club,
So
or
it's like the loft.
the loft is like the angle?
it's
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
actual angle. It's like for example, like the 7 iron probably has a loft of like, I don't know, 60 degrees.
No.
40 degrees, something like that.
Not even.
30.
Okay.
I honestly
Not
don't know
even.
about loft.
But-
I'm so
but-
new.
But
Yeah, I
anyway,
don't know
as the
either.
numbers gets bigger, the loft increases, so the
Yeah.
ball goes higher. And
Like
Yeah.
it's not literally 7 degrees.
Right.
I
So like
think.
you would
Yeah.
like change
Yeah.
the club based on like what
How high
distance
it is,
and like what
how high
angle you want the
yeah.
ball to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, and then the length of the club also changes,
Yeah.
so that makes it like harder to like you have to stand further back or assume a
Oh
slightly
yeah,
different stance.
yeah, and I'm sure like if you have a different height than another person, you might want like custom made.
Yeah.
clubs to
I mean,
match
You want to
that.
get fitted.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I always wanted to like say that, but I feel like I'm just not good enough to actually get a fit.
Dude, there's no shot.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of the stuff that goes into like the shaft, like stiffness, which is like insane
The
to
grip
me.
even.
Oh yeah. Like maybe your hands are like grippier than other people's
Yeah.
hands, and
Yeah.
you want
A
to.
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
factors.
This is a
Yeah.
lot. I recently got new irons actually.
Did you? I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
story about Manu because we used to play together when we were living together, and he borrowed my upstairs neighbor's clubs.
Okay.
And
I
we
stole
were-
them at this point.
Stole
Yeah,
them.
he has the set. I mean, like,
And-
because
Oh my God, you're gonna
he,
tell
he
this
broke
one.
his
Okay.
foot, like, so he can't play anymore.
At
Well,
all?
not Manu,
Yeah.
but the upstairs guy.
Like at
So
all?
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh.
He still
Yeah,
has a
it's pretty
limp.
sad.
Oh.
So, anyways, yeah, older guy. So Manu has his clubs, right? And then Manu proceeds to hit a 9 iron. I forget which course it was.
I
But
remember
this,
it was Poplar Creek.
Oh my god! And this guy proceeds to hit that 9 iron, and the club head just
Oh, it flies off.
he breaks his
It
club.
breaks. I still have them in my car. It's still in my truck. Both the shaft and the
Oh yeah.
club.
In
So
the
you
car,
did go
too.
get the club head after it flew off.
Dude, because I
Oh,
saw
man.
it and I thought the ball only went a short distance. I was like, wow, I hit that terribly. Then I go up to it like, oh, that's the club head.
That's the club head. Oh my
Yeah, I'm
god.
like, well, Manu, you're taking care of this. Like,
Which is why I needed new clubs because it's my 9 iron
Oh
too.
god!
I mean, you're lucky there's no people
people
in that direction, because I'm sure if there's like a club head flying in the sky and like they
Oh
see
yeah,
you,
yeah.
It,
It
it's
would've-
pretty risky.
Most people don't walk on course unless you go to like
Yeah.
some courses.
The only reason I walk is because it's cheaper if you do afternoon tea time.
Exercise.
Yeah, it's
Like,
good exercise, and like you get to see more of the park.
I love
guess.
walking too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of like getting like, I do later tea time, so like I have to beat like the darkness sometimes because
Yeah, I remember that. When we were
Usually-
at Poplar Creek, we couldn't play 2 holes because it got dark.
But now we
Oh,
don't
you're
have
right.
we don't have daylight savings.
Yeah, just today.
Isn't this the last time?
We
We're
the
on
last
daily.
time
I don't
we
know.
changed
I don't know
the
exactly how it's
It's
gonna work.
brighter, right?
It's brighter
later.
at the end of the day now.
Okay,
Yeah, so when we go into October, November, I think it's gonna be brighter later.
we can definitely play, guys.
Yeah.
So there
Well,
you go.
we should 100% play.
Yeah, Joe Biden, he supports golf.
Oh, because like
Didn't he
now,
pass the bill?
I think it's like everyone.
I thought
In,
it was-
I don't know, but like
I don't know either.
you got a unanimous vote, which is like super rare in the Senate or something,
Something
like that.
like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, here's the real rub on daylight savings. This is a super tangent. I think daylight savings. I think every state should pick if they're daylight savings or not daylight savings, and we should just have more time zones.
Isn't
Like
that-
Arizona.
Oh.
That was like Arizona, right?
Like Arizona, Hawaii, they already do it. It's already standard. California can say daylight savings if they want. And Nevada can be in standard if they want. We should just have it like that. That just makes it so much easier, and that way we don't have to switch our clocks back and forth. Amen. Let's move on to a
Yeah,
different topic.
I don't like switching clocks.
Or let's all switch to Beijing time.
oh,
Everyone is
and then what, like
everyone's
get
the
up
same.
at like 3 p.m. or whatever it is.
Yeah, just something insane. Okay,
Well,
okay.
I know a way to bring it back to cubing with like daylight savings, because there's that hobby where you do the negative time
Oh,
solve
true.
by starting right
That
before
will
the clocks go
be-
back.
That'll be in November.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you have, what do you envision yourself seeing outside of cubing in the future? Like, do you have like something that you're looking at right now, or are you just kind of focused in the moment?
I'm kind of more focused on the moment.
You
Like
kind of- yeah?
I don't want to look super far ahead. You know, that's just like expecting too much. I guess.
Are there things that like interest you, like fields that you might want to go into?
Um,
Professional cuber could be one.
Oh man.
I don't
In
think
the
I
future.
can. Like honestly speaking, I don't think I can be a professional cuber.
Here's where, hold on. Well, firstly, I just wanted to remind the audience, this is just another sign that you don't have to have your life figured out.
True.
You don't have to have your life figured out. Like most of the time, like people our age too, like at the end of the day, nothing is ever as figured out as you think it is.
because like you're always gonna say like there's gonna be like a time where you complete X, Y, and Z, and then there's just another like hurdle to pass.
Relatable.
And then
Yeah.
another hurdle to pass, and there's always something that's gonna occupy your brain and your mental power.
Yeah, I like the moment to moment.
So the moment to moment, that's like, listen, like really, you don't have to have life figured out. But what were you mentioning before with I forgot.
Not becoming a professional cuber.
Yeah, not becoming a professional. I disagree. I feel like one day
I will become.
I have a dream.
Oh,
I
Of the
have a
professional
dream.
there's like a handful of people who are professional, but like, are you saying the dream is that it can grow
Well,
bigger so that you
here's
don't
the
have
And,
to?
and I think professional cuber, like what we think of professional cuber as someone like who cubes and makes money by winning competitions, right? But I think we can expand that a little bit to be like someone who primarily does cubing as a way to gain income, and that can happen in
Yeah,
Okay, then
multiple.
that's
there's a lot of
11.
ways to do it, but like,
Yeah.
and then you think about it too, right? Like how, like, you can be like a professional chess player or a professional golf player. I think that was the two things we've been discussing recently. But the pool of people in those fields are huge, massive. Like I know it's pretty widely documented that chess players don't make a lot of income unless you're like in the 0.1%. But people who are
Right.
playing golf, I mean, obviously golf, there's a lot more income. But what I'm saying is that you can have a wide pool of competition and still be considered professional, right? Like I envision a future where that's definitely possible, especially with cubers that have the skill and the capacity to do so.
It'd be
For sure.
awesome if we could recognize people with that skill.
Yeah, so I disagree. I disagree.
I think the reason for me is I don't want to say that I will become a professional cuber is because I love cubing and I don't want anything to get in the way.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah.
too.
That's wow.
That's true.
That's a great
Because,
thought.
yeah.
And like, you were talking earlier about like how you get nervous when the timer starts.
Yeah,
If you know
exactly.
that like your income relies
Right.
on
Yeah.
it,
Right.
it's just times 10
Exactly.
more nerves.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think this is like a bad word, like TAIN. Anyways, you
Yeah.
don't want to like taint that experience.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I love cubing. I don't want to like break the bond I have to this hobby.
That's true.
Just for,
That's
like,
true.
That's a great thought.
Financial gain.
That's a great thought. Well, okay, fine. Aside from cubing, what other like things you think you're interested in?
Tech.
Tech.
tech,
Okay, for
yeah.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who are into cubing really like that kind of stuff. too.
Yeah.
Very true.
I
Very
think
true.
so. It's just a Venn diagram, like this coin. This comes together in the middle.
Yeah, and I mean like the state is very good for that. I think.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I'm not in the middle. I'm in one of the other circles.
Yeah.
I'm in the Cuban circle.
Yeah, you're just like somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I have
Okay.
like, a lot to learn though, so stuff like that.
You got a lot of time.
Yeah.
You got.
Do you have a most memorable competition? I guess based off of like the experience, or I don't know about location. If you go anywhere outside of like our
Currently,
area,
no.
not really.
Yeah.
Would you want to?
I might try to go to like Worlds or Nationals, but no promises.
Ooh,
Looking at
okay.
the camera.
Yeah, I mean, Worlds is. I want to go.
I want to go too, but let's see how scheduling works out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
The
play
one in
on a
Korea,
South Korea
right?
course.
We should, low-key,
we'll
we
play on a
should.
South Korea course.
But then I don't want to bring my clubs out
I
there.
know.
and
Yeah,
ship them
no,
back.
we'll rent
it's
them
gonna
out.
Yeah,
cost
we'll
a
rent
lot.
them out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we can play with Maddie.
Because
Yeah,
Wait, I have an idea. Let's just go to Hawaii.
right?
Oh,
Let's
let's
just-
just all
let's just
go to
play-
Hawaii.
That has
yeah.
to be a summer. Or Maddie can come to us.
Yeah,
Maddie
it-
come
yeah,
to us.
Maddie-
That is a good point.
Yeah.
It is 3v1.
I mean, I feel like Hawaii, it's like a lot more reason to go to like the continental US than the other way around. But it's like everyone loves going to Hawaii anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I was in Hawaii just not too long ago.
Do you have an opinion on the numerical system of Bay Area speedcubing?
Like, what do you
Uh,
mean?
Like, what is your opinion that the fact that like
We're speedrunning 69.
no, that we're just like going up numerically? Does it ever confuse you?
I mean, a little bit, but like I just signed up for like currently I've been just trying to go to as much comps as I can. So I just signed up. Like today, I walk in and I'm like, oh, it's a Berkeley comp, not a Basque or something like that.
I mean, that's the only differentiating factor is that there's Berkeley, spring, fall, winter.
Yeah.
Spring,
Yeah.
fall. Aside from that, everything is Basque, and it
everything's
gets
Basque.
super confusing.
But it's like, it's okay. Like
I actually think that
Better than your own.
I don't know if there's I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I do think that it's better than the system of every new competition having a different name.
No, I think it gives
You
it
like
more
that?
personality.
You like that?
Yeah.
Like I wanted like what was the one that we had in our house, like 35? See, I wanted Bass 35 to be like
you can have a sub name. That's what I'm thinking.
a
Like
sub like a
Bass
subtitle.
35 colon.
Manu's
like,
Manu's
Manu's
house.
house.
Dude, I want that, but you can't name comps after Cubers anymore
Oh.
after Armin Open 2017.
Oh.
Oh, so it's an
I was not
official
aware
rule
of
now.
this.
Yeah, well, I think WCAT like severely like is like really
Wait,
really against.
You
it.
can
I have
get
a
creative, like House of
Oh,
the
no, no,
House
I-
of the Cuber.
Wait, I'm a genius. I'll just make like the first letters.
Oh yeah. My amazing
Yeah, my amazing. N
Next-
by N.
N by N.
Ultimate.
I have
Ultimate.
I have a
Yeah.
question for you,
Ultimate.
Minnie.
You need another word.
There's a place in Ohio called Oxford, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
There's a competition about it.
I mean, that's where Miami of Ohio is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to Miami University. So they're holding a competition in Miami University, which is located in Oxford, Ohio. So the way that they named it to follow like the competition requirements was Miami and an Ohio Oxford. So I wanted to ask why wasn't it supposed to be Miami and in Oxford, Ohio? Because you want to define an Oxford because it's not Oxford University, it's Oxford the city
Yeah.
in Ohio.
Yeah.
So Miami in Oxford, Ohio. But the name that passed was Miami in an Ohio Oxford. I feel like that's I don't know. I don't know why
I
you
think-
flipped Ohio and Oxford.
So I think it's like the competition's name is Miami in Ohio, or whatever, Miami in Ohio, and then Oxford is just saying like, oh, it's Ohio comp, but it's happening in this place. It's like
So-
what we do, like Basque, whatever, San Ramon.
Oh, yeah,
so
you put the city at the very
so
end.
the city is at the very end.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I assume.
I see.
But it doesn't make sense in this case because if they hold it at Miami ever again, it will always be in Oxford, Ohio. So like, what are they gonna do? Oxford 2? Oxford 3?
Yeah, so they would have to say Miami in an Ohio, Oxford too.
Why is it
Which
in
is-
an Ohio? Isn't it just in Ohio? Or
I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyways, I was
Oh.
just curious if
Yeah.
if you heard about that and like
No.
if it actually made a difference if it flipped.
Ask Garber.
I feel like it makes more sense if it was flipped over, like Oxford, Ohio.
In Oxford.
Miami and in Oxford, Ohio.
the fact it's
But-
worded weirdly means we're talking about it now.
And-
And maybe they like the exposure.
See, this is like an only in Ohio meme, right? Of
Only
course,
in
of course, there's
Ohio.
a Miami
Oh,
University in Oxford, like Ohio, not like the Miami University in like Miami, and it has to be in Oxford, which is also the name of a university.
Do you have a favorite cubing meme now that we're talking about it? Or do you not care too much?
I don't really follow them, but I think one that really like caught my attention was when I remember looking through CF.
Yeah.
And there's just a ton of Antonio Cam.
Every
That's
poll
such a
is
good
always an
one.
option.
That's before I knew him too.
Dude,
that's such a good
That's
one.
where we knew him.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
guy is
So I was like,
so
why?
funny.
Who is this guy?
Who is Antonio?
And he gets the most votes each time too.
And
So it's like
he didn't have a WCA profile picture at the time.
Oh.
He
Oh.
yeah, he was like Joe Schmo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't get that. I was like
Joe
watching
Schmo.
the podcast.
Oh, so
I
Joe
didn't
Schmo-
understand that.
Oh, Joe Schmo is just like a random name that I make up to like.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
it's
like
Joe
an
Schmo.
average. Like some
Yeah, the
total-
average
It's like
Joe.
default
Like John
character.
Doe.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's John Doe,
Okay.
but I like Joe Schmo.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was a QE meme that I didn't get.
Oh no, it's not a
I
cute
was gonna
meme.
ask you
It's a
guys.
Manu meme.
Yeah.
No, it's in all of English.
This is
meme.
over-inspectedception.
Oh, you're
Over-inception.
right. Yeah.
We're good at talking about Overinspected.
Yeah,
That's why it's good you've watched it because
Yeah, I
now you
watched.
can
That's
you can
good.
refer to older
Yeah, yeah.
episodes.
I'm pleasantly surprised at how many people are interested in listening to the podcast actually. And I'm
Recently,
actually
the podcast has been doing very well.
I was under the assumption that most people that were listening were probably like late teens and older, but it's starting to seem like the people talking to us, I don't know, it seems like an even mix, which is cool.
Yeah.
We do have to let you go soon, but we do have one last question we wanted to ask you. Let's, do you have anything, and let's say like your keeping career is compromised or something happened in the future where like everything stops.
Okay.
Is there anything that you want to cross off your cubing bucket list?
My cubing button.
What's on your cubing bucket list?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's just one thing.
Yeah, I
You-
guess
you can
one
name-
or
you can
two.
name several things, but-
It's whatever you want to talk
Okay,
about.
I'll do several. I guess results-wise,
Sure. Yeah.
getting like actually times that reflect my actual average. I guess.
Okay.
Like when I practice, at least.
So
Getting
like
a good
match,
What
match,
would that be for you?
match home with comp.
Yeah.
Well, like in the future, it could be faster.
Give a
right.
number for right now, at least.
I guess for now it's just like sub 6.
Yeah,
Sub 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see
Amazing.
that.
I know.
It's just because I think
Like, you think it's like in your capability when you're at home.
it's definitely in my if I practice, it's definitely in my.
That's so hype.
capability. But I don't know. I've been doing really bad in comp lately. It's not really. It's just like the smallest margin that's really bugging me. I don't know why. It's just really bad.
That also means that you might be able to get over it, like without having to do
Yeah.
a lot of work. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe, but I think I have to put. It's just because, like, I like to think I'm still kind of new to this whole competing thing because I came on and then COVID hit, and then I kind of have to like.
Yeah, you lost 2 years.
Yeah, I
pretty
kind of have
much.
to regain this kind of competing aspect of
Yeah,
cubing,
yeah.
which is really different, in my opinion, from just solving at home.
So
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah,
Like I think getting over your nerves is just as much of a skill as the actual
Yeah.
technical stuff.
That's a good point. Having to like be all these new competitors that are getting good results. Like I remember when Max was like at the peak of his powers because he just didn't know any better. He was just like so in tune with himself. Like the nerves didn't hit.
Yeah.
So as soon as people start like watching you and like stuff like that with
Yeah,
Max,
true.
I feel like that's
Felix,
kind of the reason why they're so good. They're so young to realize how great they are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
so
yeah.
young that they don't realize how impactful that record's gonna be.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, who knows? I like it could go one of two ways with Eheng too, like with the competition nerves specifically. But yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't realize at all. Yeah.
Okay, well, our camera died again. So
All right.
So is it the end?
we need to end the podcast here. But thanks for coming on, Heidi.
Thank
It
you
was
guys.
a ton of fun talking to you. Everyone, I don't know. Do you want to shout out like some socials or whatever? I don't know if you use social media.
I have an Instagram.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
follow
What
Heidi
is
on
my
Instagram.
Instagram? hchant.21, I think.
You don't even know
I
what
have
it
to
is.
remember.
So what does the guy do at Hot Ones? All right, Heidi, talk to this camera, and then talk to that
Oh,
camera.
But this camera is dead, so
Yeah,
don't
so
talk
it's
to
like
But
this.
that camera's
too.
dead, so talk to that camera
Okay,
and tell
my
them
socials-
goodbye.
My socials and goodbye, so it's easier to edit later.
Sure.
From Manu.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. That camera, the Google Pixel.
Yes, my phone.
Yes, Manu's phone. Okay.
Exposed.
Instagram, hchan.21, I think.
We'll put it
Let's
here.
hope that's
description.
right.
Let's hope that's
Yeah.
Let's hope that's right. And that's about it.
All right.
I have a YouTube channel. Just search up my name, but I haven't posted in a while.
That's
I'll try
okay.
to post more.
We'll do
A
it.
There we
subscriber's a
go.
subscriber.
Yeah. Okay,
All
thank you
right.
guys.
All right, do you want
Thank
to
for
sign
being
us
on,
off?
Heidi?
How do I sign you guys off?
I don't know. Just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
This is your time to shine.
What is Overinspected?
The greatest cubing podcast in the world.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Greatest the only QB
The
podcast.
only and the greatest cubing podcast in the,
The one and
world.
only.
one and
Sign
only.
it
not,
right now.
Hey, we're not wrong.
Yeah.
We're not wrong.
We're in a competition against ourselves.
I know. First by default.
Good luck editing that end over there.
Dude, I'm gonna have a blast editing.